Hello everyone, welcome back to online lecture series on applied thermodynamics. We are continuing with our topic of fundamentals of compressible flow. So in our previous lecture, we studied about propagation of pressure wave in supersonic flow, where we observed a Mach cone like this, in which there are two zones of compressible flow. First is zone of action, that is the effects of disturbances observed inside this Mach cone, and another is zone of silence, that is outside this Mach cone there is no effect of disturbance. The next we discussed about stagnation properties. We were about to derive the equation for stagnation pressure, and we have done up to this. So let's continue from here. So when the velocity of the fluid flowing past a body becomes zero, then that point is known as stagnation point, and the properties at that point are known as stagnation properties. So here we are having this body, and this is the fluid flow where S is the stagnation point, and we are about to derive the formula for stagnation pressure. We have considered this to be an adiabatic frictionless process, so losses are not considered. And we have derived up to this. So let's continue from here. So let's begin the derivation. So I hope you are getting this. We are doing simple mathematics here, and now let us define, let's do some other work, that is C is equal to square root of K R T, that we all know. Now instead of RT we can write down is equal to square root of K into P upon rho. So for C1 we can say is equal to square root of K into P1 upon rho 1. So this means that we can write down C1 square is equal to K into P1 upon rho 1. So we are currently focusing on this part. If you see carefully, we are focusing on this part where we have K into P1 divided by rho 1. So instead of this we will be simply putting C1 square. So let's put it. So again implies that 1 plus V1 square upon 2 into 1 upon C1 square into K minus 1 is equal to PS upon P1 into K minus 1 upon K. So obviously instead of V1 square upon C1 square we can put M1 square, that is the Mach number. So implies that one plus M1 square by 2 into Q minus 1. So that's the thing, and now we can further our objective is to obtain the stagnation pressure, so we will be working towards that. So implies that PS upon P1 is equal to 1 plus M1 square upon 2 K minus 1 into K upon K minus 1. So the value of PS P1 So this is the final value of stagnation pressure. Now what we will do is we will continue with this further. So this is the value of stagnation pressure. So now let's copy this equation towards the top. So whenever m1 value is less than 1, that is subsonic flow, then we can extend this entire bracket with the help of binomial theorems. So let's do that. So now the equation will be longer, so you need to be very careful here. Is equal to P1 into 1 plus K upon K minus 1 into m1 square upon 2 into K minus 1 plus K upon K minus 1 into K upon K minus 1 minus 1 into m1 raised to 4 upon 4 into K minus 1 divided by K minus 1 square divided by 2 factorial plus. So what we have done, that for this term we have squared this term here. This is the squared, and we have added 2 factorial in denominator. And regarding the power is first written here and then power minus 1. So the third term we will be discussing now, that is K upon K minus 1 to K upon K minus 1 minus 1 into K upon K minus 1 minus 2. Now we will be doing a cube of this term, that is we will be doing a third power of m1 square by 2 K minus 1. So m1 raised to 6 upon 8 into K minus 1 cube divided by 3 factorial. So we will keep it up to this, and we will not be discussing the next terms over here. So even this is going to be slightly complicated now. So here, if we focus on the first term, then this and this will get deleted, and let's focus over here. We will be focusing on the second term now. So here we have k upon k minus 1 into k minus k plus 1 divided by k minus 1 into m1 raised to 4 upon 4 into k minus 1 whole square upon 2. So here we are currently working on this second term. You need to be careful here. So here is equal to k upon k minus 1 into 1 upon k minus 1 into m1 raised to 4 upon 4 into k minus 1 whole square upon 2. So this k minus 1 will get cancelled with this. So this will be equal to k upon 8 m1 raised to 4. That will be the second term's simplification. And now let's simplify the third term. Then when here we can see it will be k upon k minus 1. We have already simplified this term over here, which is nothing but 1 upon k minus 1. Now this third term, k minus 2k plus 2 upon k minus 1 into m1 raised to 6 upon 8 k minus 1 into cube divided by 6. So here further working on this, we will get k divided by k minus 1 cube into 2 minus k divided by here we will not put anything into m1 raised to 6 divided by 8 into, actually we can put 48 directly, and here it will be k minus 1 cube. So here the term which is being left here is k into 2 minus k divided by 48 into m1 raised to 6. So this is the third term. So we will be putting all this into our main equation, that is ps is equal to p1 into 1 plus k by 2 m1 square k upon 8 to m1 raised to 4 plus k into 2 minus k divided by 48 m1 raised to 6. So actually here we will have continued 4th, 5th terms like that, but we are not discussing those right now. So that is the final term that we are having for our ratio. So we will further simplify this over here. Here we can say that PS is equal to P1 plus P1 into k upon 2 m1 square plus k upon 8 m1 raised to 4 plus k into 2 minus k divided by 48 to m1 raised to 6 plus like this. So here we can say that PS minus P1 upon P1 is equal to k upon 2 m1 square plus k upon 8 m1 raised to 4 plus k into 2 minus k divided by 48 into m1 raised to 6 plus like this. So here we have obtained up to this. Now further we will be working on this by taking k upon 2 upon k upon 2 into m1 square as common. So 1 plus, here we will be having m1 square upon 4 plus 2 minus k upon 24 m1 raised to 4 here plus up to infinity. So here instead of m1 we can put v1 square and c1 square. So here is equal to k upon 2 into v1 square divided by k p1 upon rho 1. So here instead of c1 square we have put k p1 upon rho 1. One plus m1 square upon 4 plus 2 minus k upon 24 and 1 raised to 4 plus up to infinity. So here k will get cancelled and we will have half. So if you recall, here also we have ps minus p1 upon p1, so this will get cancelled. So ps minus p1 into v1 square upon 2, and here we are having root, so root rho 1 into v1 square upon 2 into 1 plus m1 square upon 4 plus 2 minus k divided by 24 into m1 raised to 4 plus. So I think we have obtained this difference between stagnation pressure and pressure at point number 1. So if you see this figure now, then we have obtained the difference between the pressure difference between point number 2 and point number 1. So now let's copy this work into our main slides. So we have started from here. So here in today's lecture we have completed our remaining part of derivation of stagnation pressure, and in our next lecture we will obtain the stagnation density and stagnation temperature. That is the end of today's lecture. Thank you for watching this video.